Hey, what's up, guys? So I wanted to do this video of Asmongold doing a reaction to his biggest fan. She says that she has a crush on him. She likes almost everything he says, and just has a lot of like interesting stuff she talks about. And I thought it's interesting how Asmongold responds to some things, and I kind of just want to do a reaction to both of those things. So let's get started.
Be a very scary click. Is this
Risky.
Asmongold's biggest fan? Asmongold's biggest fan. Oh, here we go.
In the chat down
I
here.
watch so much Asmongold. I actually think
This is a
Asmongold's
smart girl.
kind of hot.
I know.
He's just like my parasocial boyfriend. I agree with almost everything he says, except his
See, she's probably not banned in my chat then. Yeah, see, because she agrees with everything I say. So she's probably not banned.
dumb shit about carnivore diets and like some other stuff I think is dumb.
Well,
Okay, on a true note though, eating steak, I know he's gonna say something about steak right now too. Like in the next minute, I think right here what he's gonna say is like every day he eats a steak is a good day, every day he doesn't is a bad day. But on a factual note, like eating red meat every day, it's not great. It's not good for you.
carnivore diet, the thing is though, like here's the thing about the carnivore diet, is every day I eat steak is a day I feel good, and every day I don't eat steak is a day I don't feel as good. So, I mean, maybe that's not for everybody, but it's there for me.
See, what she said, she agrees with almost everything he says. He says a lot of things that make logical sense, but it's not always like a big ask, like what he said right here. It's like it makes logical sense, but it's not like a big deal. It's like, okay, well, duh. It's like, all right, like moving on. All right.
Most of his takes I fully agree with. I'm like kind of like a sapiosexual. I'm kind of into his like brain. I don't know. I just love how he like talks and like how he puts things. I didn't realize I had such a crush on that.
This is a smart girl.
And I mean, he would never like me because I'm way too like hoey for him.
I know why he did this right here. So his ex-girlfriend, she has an OnlyFans, and he still talks to her, plays games with her, hangs out with her. So this is exactly why he did this. The chat knows too.
Does she know?
No, she doesn't.
Makes me feel bad. He's always like, oh, I always tell the girls don't ever like show it all. You know. Anyway, it's just like a little fantasy.
Well, yeah, no, I tell girl, but no. This is out of context. Okay, so you gotta understand. So this is in the context of like me giving girls advice for what to do on their OnlyFans. And the reason I tell girls not to go nude on their OnlyFans is not because I'll think less of them. No, this is a benefit for me. I'm actively working against my own self-interest. I'm trying to be a nice, considerate person, because the thing is, it's just bad business. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you know what? I can see what he's going with that. You know, if you just kind of show off everything right off the bat, like, what are guys going to be looking forward to on your next video, your next photos, you know? They already saw everything. They got what they wanted. You know, you got to keep it long term. That's what he's saying. You know, it's a better business for a girl to go slow than kind of just fully, you know, on the first photo.
You know,
Yeah, it's business
and you know, he likes all the same stuff I do. He likes all the same MMO stuff. Like we have a lot of like similar experiences, other than I'm a girl, he's a guy, and things have been a little different. I definitely get like,
I think this is one of like my 3 female viewers. There might be 4.
good daddy energy from Asmon. He might slap me. I think he could do it. I actually do. So I get good.
By the way, I have never hit anybody for any reason in my entire life. I do not do that. I never yell at people. I never initiate any level of aggression or hostility towards people.
Okay, I see the chat right here. They have like the trolling emotes. This is not. It's like if you take WoW completely off, or video games off in general, I feel like that's true. But in WoW, when the loot comes in from these world bosses or raids, you know, nah, he's in there. He's fighting for that gear, and he there's some yelling going on. Let's just say that.
People, if somebody makes me feel like I want to do that, I simply remove them from my life. What about Emeru?
No, he'll be like, Emeru, shut the fuck up, and then he'll start punching the shit out of me.
That's different.
Okay.
I get good energy from that. But anyway.
Wait, that's... Bro. Okay, moving on.
That's besides the point. My point is, if I'm like getting ready, putting my makeup on, or if I'm like on the road or like whatever, or if I'm like on doing the Stairmaster or something, like I pull up an Asmongold video and I just have more of like a parasocial, he's just like my internet boyfriend, and that's all it is. Like I'm not out here trying to like talk to him and have him like feed me some fantasy that he cares about me or something like that. Like I just like having my parasocial internet boyfriend, and I think that for the same thing like applies to like OnlyFans girls. Is like
that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's definitely true. Yep, there you go. It's an e-girl. Yeah, reverse the roles now. Yep. I don't need to reverse the roles. I know what that looks like. I've been in girl streamers chats before. Yeah, I know exactly what that looks like. I've done it.
Whatever the girl is that they like.
Yeah, the good thing that Aspen does, like, how many videos a day does he do? Like 10? Like half of his live streams, I feel like, are reaction videos. Like he releases so many reaction videos that like people watching, you know, like she said, like she's working now, she's watching his videos. They won't ever finish like watching his videos. It's just like, gonna keep coming, and you know, he'll keep providing the content, and it's just, you know, racking up money for him and content for the others. You know, it's a win-win situation for everyone.
Like for whatever reason, that's just like their parasocial internet girlfriend that they jerk off to.
Right.
I'm such like an alpha female. Like I'm literally what it would be like if a guy, let's say, you know, like a lot of these high-powered CEO type guys or what.
No, I just noticed we have the same mic, but her mic, bro, what is this white stuff all around? I don't know what kind of content, you know, she does on live stream, but all right.
Whatever, they're like into femdom on the side, and they want to be like treated like pigs and like fucked in the ass and stuff. They're so tired from being the like high-powered CEO.
I wouldn't want to be fucked in the ass because I just think it would be uncomfortable. It's not.
Like I agree with Aspen on that. You know, I'm not with that.
For me, yeah. I mean, it's just not for me. Like, I mean, if other people like doing it, good for them. It's just not. It's not like really my thing.
Or like whatever they are, like that's me, but as a girl. If I walk into a room, like I could probably control it in some way. I don't mean to sound like that. I mean, obviously being an attractive female gives you a lot of leeway, you know? But I just have balls. That's all it is. I just have fucking balls. Like, what else do you want me to say? Like, I just have balls. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll do whatever. People just like follow people who like have balls. It's that simple. Like, there's nothing really more to it.
Oh,
like,
people like that a lot. That like usually I'll go out and I'll say, no, it doesn't mean that.
Okay.
What?
Yo, the chat. Okay, they get kind of crazy in the Asmongold's chat. Like when she was saying like, you know, the balls thing. Okay, now they're like, what? Chest balls? What?
What I'm saying is like, yeah, in general, people like.
Oh yeah, but as on Asmongold right here, he's gonna now. Before he gets to it, I want to beat him on this. He's gonna say like, you know, people are just attracted to people who have that confidence. Who can like control things. You know, they want someone that just like that has that confidence. That they'll control the situation, calm it down, or they're just kind of move things on their own, and it makes the other person not have to really do anything. They just kind of chill, and they're there for the experience.
If you are outgoing and assertive, I think there's a difference between like aggression and assertiveness, because like with assertiveness, that's totally good. People are very much a fan of assertiveness. Aggression is what's problematic. Confident and assertive, yeah.
Will like listen to people who sound like sure, and I'm usually just like sure. Yo, someone clip that as I don't know what I would do, but I would die to see his reaction. You could have a shot at Asmon. No. Here's the reason why Asmon and I could never date. His audience would never ever stop giving him shit for like being with some porn chick. He would just constantly.
Again with the ex-girlfriend here. Yeah.
Let's check the tapes. I don't know, did that happen or not last time? Yeah, she must be kind of a newer viewer.
Get shit for it, and then like they'd call him like a cuck and like all this stuff. It would not be cool. He could get away with like pink sparkles because she doesn't really do anything. Still want to watch Asmongold bash.
Well, she started the OnlyFans, and then people were very people had a lot of opinions on that. And even with the OnlyFans thing, or even before that, people, they called me a cuck because I let her wear a low-cut shirt on stream. They said, if you let her do that, that's basically porn.
Okay, what's...
Really out of curiosity,
Yeah,
scientific
that's
interest?
right.
I bet he got a long dick. And it's
Okay, I stopped in a bad time, but like, I was just gonna say, like, I feel like if I had a girlfriend, you know, and she wanted to wear a top or whatever and like show some cleavage, like nothing crazy, but it's just like comfortable clothing, but you weren't going like crazy, you know, like fucking nip slits almost there, or anything like. No, I wouldn't care. It's like whatever they're comfortable with. I'm not gonna try to control their whole life. It's like, I don't know. I mean, there's like some boundaries I think that there would be to set for like the guy and the girl would, you know, they would both agree on some things. Probably not agree on some other things, but then they'll just have to like agree if they want to just like be together.
not because he's tall and skinny, but I mean, kind of. I just feel like he definitely got a long dick. You guys watch the
You see, like, I think we should normalize this. I have no... See, like, the thing is, let's be real, okay? Reverse the roles. The only girls that I'm allowed to sexualize are VTubers. You can't do this to real girls. But, like, with VTubers, it's totally fucking fine, because it's like a cartoon, right? I guess I'm like the next closest thing to a cartoon.
This video with me where all the guys ranked each other of who would have the biggest
no comment
dick, and I almost like dot for dot line those guys up exactly how they would be. Like I knew which guys had the biggest ones and which guys had the smallest one. I just fucking knew.
Just look at their raid logs.
I was only wrong about the Asian guy.
Yo, if we're looking at raid logs, yo, I'm up there. Biggest DPS, yo. Just saying.
Because Asian guys are fucking wild cards. Like you never know what they're packing. Like you really don't. At a certain point, you can tell like what range a guy is in just by how he carries himself. It's unfortunate because the reason is of how like the world treats and talks about like dick size, that like obviously guys who are like, yeah, I must be pretty well off, are gonna feel better about themselves. Just like a world where
is that really true? I wonder if it is. Confidence is key. I think that, yeah, because like whenever girls talk about like big dick energy, what does that really mean? That means confidence and surety. So like,
I feel like it can be partly true on some different like aspects if you look at it. Like showing that assertiveness and confidence, versus, you know, being shy. No assertiveness, you know, like that. I mean, that can influence a girl's mind in that sense, but like, I don't know about the whole thing about like, you know, measuring dick size now, you know, based on just that. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with this argument right here.
Maybe it's the idea that if a dude has a big dick, he can be confident. But if he doesn't, he's like secretly insecure. Is that it?
Yeah, I feel like that's what she's kind of getting at. It's kind of like it's a weird situation.
Girl who has a small waist and big hips is gonna just know she's what's on the menu, and so she's just gonna be inherent.
Okay, I've seen, you know, some so let's say some bios, you know, based on some appearances, and there's some girls that be like, I want you to just freaking give me everything. It's like they don't have the skinny waist. Let's just say that.
More confident than a girl.
That's what I thought too, and like
I don't feel like this is like true what you said. I feel like it depends on the girl. You'll just every girl's like different, and you'll get like this. I feel like there's no like I want to say like there's no checklist. There's no things that you have to check off to be like, okay, she's skinny waist, you know, she has like good ass boobs and everything. Okay, now she's gonna be this confident girl telling me like, you know, everything she wants and everything. And then because a girl doesn't have that, you know, you're gonna be like, oh well, she's like easy basically to get, you know, she doesn't fit this category on this side, okay, doesn't fit the checklist. She's not really that gonna be that needy of a girl. I don't feel like that's true.
I would talk to these girls, and these are girls I think are like, this is like a 9 out of 10 girl, right? And bro, like, she's like starving herself, cutting herself, going on these weird diets, like watching suicide TikToks. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I feel like on that part where you said you're watching one kind of TikTok, like the like, so you know, like TikTok shows you what you're like, I guess like what you start looking at, it starts showing those videos. So if you're looking at, you know, some depression videos or something, like 80% of your videos, you scroll down, you'll start looking at just like fucking like depressing videos of like, bro, it's just not worth it, you know, go to a gym, focus on yourself. You'll see all these videos pop up. But then as soon as you start like, you know, changing your mindset, you know, you're not really depressed anymore, you start watching these like funnier comedy videos, you start clicking on those, and then you go into the profile, you see some of those videos, then you'll see less of the depressing ones, and they'll cycle like into the comedic ones until you start going to the other kind of video, like a back to depression or something, and then you start seeing more of those videos. I don't know, it's like an AI kind of thing that is just it just like wants to focus on the mind, like it wants to get your attention, and it's like, okay, we're there, we're with you, we relate.
You like, you're so hot. What do you no, you're not ugly. What do you mean? You had 1,000 people tell you that you're hot. One guy said you're fat. Well, look at his picture. He's fat. What are you listening to him for?
Out who looks like a gymnast and feels like she looks like a little boy.
Is it like on my side, like I'll see comments, you know, like kind of like Asmongold's example here, like a 9 out of 10 girl, you know, posting photos, and there's a bunch of like comments saying like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, like, you know, you're so hot, and then like, and everything. And then there's that one comment or two that says you're ugly, or you're just doing this for attention or whatever, like 2 negative comments. And I feel like people focus on the negative way more, like they rate it way more up here than it should be. Like all the good comments are like right here, but the negative comments are like way up here. And I feel like that's just kind of dumb. We need to get out of that mindset, to be honest. I feel like that just kind of destroys the person, and they focus so much on the negative, like the 1-2 comments out of like 20 good or 50 good ones.
Boy or something, even though that's beautiful too.
Getting
but
one guy,
she's,
yeah,
you know,
and it's probably a girl too, like acting like it's a guy, yeah.
tight and straight up and muscular versus what seems to be the taste is like thick and curvy. So the same thing like applies to like men with like dicks. So like you can just kind of tell. Like I could probably listen to a lot of like girls' voices and tell you which one is the like.
Nah, you can't. Cause I tried that. I remember I tried that back in the day, in WoW. Like cause I thought.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, this isn't true. Like I feel in like it's just so many situations, you know, you're like listening to these, like for example, like I would listen to like in college I'll be programming, and I'll watch these tutorials on like a certain thing. I was like, because I wanted to get better at it, and I'll hear the voice, and I'm like, I'll start a rating system already, and I'm like, okay, just because like, you know, you're kind of bored, so you're like, okay, well this is kind of fun just to like do a rating thing. And then sometimes it'll be the opposite, like they sound like it would be like a 9 out of 10, like in my mind, and I'll see them and it's like, okay, she's not that hot at all. But some girls just have like a more of a raspy like voice, I guess, and it's like, and you know, like that's kind of viewed as like more like, I guess, uglier appearance, I guess, like it doesn't sound as good to you, so you're like, okay, well, I don't know, like a 4 or 3 out of 10 or whatever, and it's like, damn, well, it's like I did not see that coming. All right.
Thought that I could do the same thing, and no, you can't. Like I really thought you could.
Same.
More traditionally hot than the others. It's the same thing with dick size. So like you can just know. And so I just feel like Asmongold, it's impossible that he has a small dick. You just don't get to that level of like self-assuredness and not giving a fuckness without having either A, having like a pretty good sized dick, or B, just being like so good at getting girls off that you're completely validated by how much you can make her come. Because men
I think for me, here's the difference, right? Is like for me.
Okay, wait. Before we get there, I feel like her thing, she said right here, like,
so good at getting girls off that you're completely validated by how much you can make her come. Because
Okay, I feel like this part right here, with the last part she said, depending. Okay, so we gotta view it at two different angles. Depends if she's telling people, about your performance versus you personally. Like if you're doing a great job there in that area, then yeah, you're gonna feel confident all the time. You're gonna be like, yeah, whatever. But if she's telling people of how good you are, that's a different level of confidence. That's a bigger confidence than your confidence, I feel, at that point. Because people always weigh other people's like opinions on them more, I feel, than them on themselves.
I think for me, here's the difference, right? Is like for me, I used to be very insecure about the way that I looked. It was like really, really bad. Like I didn't like showing off a lot of different ways that I looked or anything like that. And then one day, I remember the day, it was whenever I did the gardening stream outside. It was like my first real IRL stream. And I thought it would be funny to take a shower on stream. And I did.
What?
I took my shirt off on stream and took a shower on stream. And it was really uncomfortable, but I just stopped giving a fuck. And do you want to know why? It's not because I felt good or, like I was getting with a lot.
I'd feel a little bit worried. Imagine you have your camera, like propped up on something to look at specifically something above the waist, And then imagine, like, I don't know, for some reason, the camera moves a little bit and it's staring at your junk. And it's like, bro, banned.
A lot of girls. That was not true. The real reason why is because I had been made fun of so much that I just gave up. I was like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
And the ones that don't, you stuck in bed. Is he single? I mean, like, will your fan base get his attention if you? No, man, I'm not trying to like clout chase. I legitimately, like, I could show you my YouTube, and I could scroll through his channel. You could see like all the videos I like watch, because like that's what I'm doing. Not so much this past like couple weeks or so, because I've been working so much more. But like I pretty much watch an Asmongold in the shower while I'm putting my makeup on, and like when I'm working out, like doing cardio. And
Okay, I watch Asmongold a good amount too. Not really like his videos that much as well. Maybe if I'm at work, just kind of bored, I'll put him on, like, watch video of, for example, him making that $2 steak. I thought that was very interesting. But I won't watch him like really too much out of like his stream. I don't really watch that many YouTube videos like outside of people's streams and outside of like something like I find I guess like kind of like worthy and like, okay, this seems very, very, very interesting to me. It's not that many videos I feel like that pop up to me personally.
Or I would watch Asmongold if I was playing a game that was like grindy.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is like we upload how many fucking videos a day? Like 50 fucking videos a day. So people never run out of content. So it feeds the parasocial experience.
It does. He releases so many videos, and people will never have videos to like. They won't ever stop end watching his videos. So honestly, it benefits both of them. And yeah, I mean, he makes money off of just streaming. Well, so he makes money off of streaming, making these reaction videos, and just from the audience there, and then from people that watch his videos, and she likes the videos he posts. It fills her time up, and it's a win-win situation.
So people can think I'm their fucking friend, because I'll never stop talking to them, and then by the time they run out of videos, then they can watch the stream.
For me personally, I don't feel like I have any like parasocial thing with like anyone really. I feel like no, I feel like I watch streams. I'll do that while I'm doing something, but it's kind of like just different streamers, just different like categories, just kind of depending on what they're doing. But I don't know about this whole like parasocial like boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing.
then I would like throw him up on the screen. If I was doing something like I don't really care to pay attention to, then I'd be watching like New World. Like I did a lot. I hung out with
I feel so bad. Like every time, like New World is always the example game that people use of like the one game that nobody likes watching. Nobody likes New World. Everybody fucking hates it. It is what it is.
Asmongold a lot when I was playing New
I never
World,
played it. It
because I
didn't
was
seem
just, like,
interesting to
running
me.
around opening chests and stuff, or like grinding.
Yeah,
like,
because I was the only person that was saying how it was, like, saying what was real about the game. Everybody else was talking about how good the game was. Bro, I was like, this shit is garbage. I knew it was garbage.
whatever. And so me
There was a fair amount of streamers that actually did like hashtag ads for this game. That's also one of the things I would say that influenced that. But I feel like Asmongold is like one of the few people that actually like, if they even get like, if they get paid to do an ad or something. Actually, didn't do an ad. I don't think he did an ad like early on into New World. I think he got an ad like maybe after, like a hashtag ad kind of thing. But yeah, he always like, he plays like 40, 50 hours of a game and then gives his thoughts on like, the good and the bad. But I feel like a lot of people were just like throwing out positive things. And to me personally, I would watch these streams and they would complain about a few things with PvP or just the environment or about some things, but they would just still post on like Twitter how great of a game it is. And Asmon, like if you watch him, he'll make videos on what he likes and dislikes, and he's more real on like if this game is worth it, which he did say it was like worth it, because I think how much was it costing, like $20, 20 or 40 or something, and compared to like games coming out right now like $70-$80, that's a decent price, I feel, for that kind of game, for that how much content you can get out of it.
Asmongold got real tight during New World, and also Star Citizen. Alas, she's right, yeah. But they also wouldn't tolerate anyone he'd be with. I say, if you got a crush, take your shot. We adore you. We'll help you.
Like anytime. Here's the thing, is that if a girl wanted to date me, I tell people that I only date crazy girls, because any girl that would willing to date me would be crazy. Right? Just on a foundational level. So like any girl I date would be fucking insane. That's just how it is. Number two, any girl would have to understand that you're going to get all of the negatives and none of the positives. I'm never going to take you out anywhere nice to eat. I'm never going to buy you anything really nice. It's a waste of money. We're never going to go out.
Okay, I feel like him right here, he did say on stream one day that he was talking about when he had a girlfriend and he had a kid. At that moment, and then he would move out of his house and actually get like a house where he would actually want to his kids to grow up in, and his wife to be like, to have a place to like, so he could be like, give him a better life, I guess, than what he's in right now. So like, I feel like this is totally true what he's saying right now. Maybe when he just has a girlfriend, maybe when he just he doesn't have like a kid of his own, like I feel like at that level, then you probably feel more obligated to like give her a better life because now you have a child. Maybe that's his thought process. Okay, but this is stuff he's saying right now, like you're never gonna take her out, you're never gonna do this and that. I mean, you gotta put some effort in there. All right, let's see.
Trip together that you always wanted to go on. You know what the trip I always wanted to go on was? The trip over to McDonald's. All right? It's going to be great. And that's just how it is. And I remember Izzy would get so much shit for this. Meanwhile, if she was a good girl, I'd take her to Goodwill. And guess what happens? Everybody's like, wow, she's just in it for the money. Man, if only you knew. And Gage said they don't deserve it. No, it's not that they don't deserve it. Like, I just don't give a fuck about that stuff. And so why would I care? Why would I want to be in a relationship with somebody else who cared about that stuff? It would be weird.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Asmongold, like, yeah, you gotta be a special type of girl to to go out with him, because I do feel like, he is this kind of person who doesn't like really, spending money, going on trips. He just wants to play WoW, do reaction videos all day. And every now and then you'll you'll pass by him in the hallway, you know. But he's definitely a person that I feel like just wants time to himself and doesn't want to be pushed to do anything really new. Yeah, he has like done before. He's gonna be very like against that, I feel, or it's gonna take him a while to kind of like finally be able to do that new thing that he always wanted to do. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna take a time for Asmongold to find the one with these restrictions he has.
Weird, because they care about it, I don't care about it. But then, oh,
Yeah.
by the way, okay, so all the negatives, right? You don't get any of the positives. Oh, right. And my house is a biohazard. And so, yeah, there's all that. And then number two, here's also the negatives. My viewers will harass you.
Yeah.
This is just what's going to happen. And even girls that I'm not dating, they harass them. So I cannot even be dating a girl and they'll go harass them. Well, I can't believe you're trying to talk to Asmongold. Wow, you clout chasing bitch. Who the fuck are you? We hate you. And so this happens a lot. And you'll see these comments. Like, I'll read some of these comments about these different girls. Let me see. Let me see if I can find one. Like, I'm trying to find some really good ones. I don't know if there are any other good ones here. No.
I feel like this goes for every streamer. Like, for example, if you're dating like a big streamer, you know, like Asmongold, for example, and if he's dating someone or even talking to anyone and they're like, you know, a 3 viewer Andy, then yeah, it's gonna look that way to the audience, to his viewers. I feel like you're just not gonna get anything positive. I feel you're just gonna have this negative viewership. I mean, most of them I feel like they're gonna be positive, but you're gonna have, you know, that 10-20% just being negative in the chat.
Not really too much, but this is just generally what happens.
Ooh, a good example of this is what's his name? Symphony and Brooke. Symphony was already like, you know, a big streamer. Brooke, I think she was like a 50 viewer Andy or something. And yeah, there's still trolls like in her chat even today. Like they go in there and like the only way you made it was because you're dating Sim, and like yeah, that's gonna be true like for everything.
Happened is that they will just go all possessive kinds of boyfriends. Yeah, exactly. It's nuts. Didn't Belle Delphine try to make content with you?
Did she? What?
Look, dude, the Silvervale ones, bro. I can't screenshot those because those posts are too long to fit on one frame of my phone. Like that's like a 3-part screenshot. Yeah, there's a lot. Let's see if there are any Silvervale. These are nuts. I'm reading one of them and it's so fucking sad and pathetic. I'm not going to read it out. And I'm not saying that as in like bait me to do it, you know, like I'm actually not going to read it out because it's so fucking pathetic. It is so like they're so fucking insane. So yes, you get all of the positives, or sorry, all of the negatives, none of the positives, and that's about it. Yep, there you go.
That's it.
So we don't have a lot of girls talking to me. That's the way it goes. It's what makes sense.
Is he getting baited? Is he gonna do it?
I really related to her, and in a weird way, her girlfriend experience stuff gave me a reason to keep on going. Something nice to think about. I knew I'd never get with her, but it was a nice mutual roleplay fantasy thing. Now, there's fucking nothing! We had an agreement. And she failed her part. All my motivation is gone. And by the way, that's like, the post is this big. That's this much.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I feel like
so that's what you get.
Everyone would be like that.
Any girl that wants to collab with me or be anywhere near me, that's what you get.
Look at it. Yo, I already DM'd him once. He ignored me. It did happen.
Ooh,
it's okay.
exposed.
Plus, I'm not even his type. He likes giant titties, and I only have little ones. And mine have been through the fucking ringer. So he definitely strikes me as a titty man. Actually, he strikes me as a thick man. Probably he likes them both. I think he's into both.
Listen. Do I look like a kind of guy that can choose? Let's be real.
Well, honestly, yeah, like.
And I don't say
He's
that
a
just
millionaire.
pink sparkles. I say that because like the way he talks about girls, he seems to respond equally well to boobies and booty. Yeah. And by the way,
I feel like having money is such a big deal that you can be really ugly and still get like a 10 out of 10 girl. I feel like just money just overcomes everything. Looks, yeah, like you were like a 10 out of 10 dude, but then you were just like living in your mom's basement. Like you might sleep with some chicks, you know, like, but you're not gonna keep one, you know. They're not gonna want to stay with you after learning like what kind of situation you're living in.
memeing about his dick, like it doesn't actually matter whoever's dick. None of it matters. What matters is
guys
like
get
what
really insecure about that. It's crazy. I've made jokes about it and people get fucking mad.
you do with it. I mean, it matters if it's like literally not there. Then yes, life is harder for you, like 100%. And I am.
I don't gotta worry about that.
But that's not common. I have had some of my favorite, and in fact, the gigolo guy I dated, he's like a literal gigolo. Like women like pay him to fuck them, and like I don't think that guy was more than like 5 inches, and the whole thing was tattooed. Extremely average wiener, and yet women would like line up to pay him to fuck them.
What the fuck? It was tattooed? Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
He's just thinking about it, like what? No.
Asmongold does project big dick energy, to be honest. Yeah, I think Asmongold can fuck, like 100%. I've had such a windfall of a different perspective lately.
Wait, this is a follow-up on another day? She's wearing another outfit, the lighting's different. She says, hold up, there's part 2.
I just stopped letting like the stigma and stuff like go to my head. You know, this is what I really think.
Shit, collect your thoughts.
And this is how I am approaching life now because I watch him so much. Like whenever I'm like feeling bad about something or reconsidering something, I think, what would Asmongold do if he were me? And in my mind, based on everything I've heard of him and how he's like,
I'll give you a really great example of a problem that I solved.
Yep.
So, I needed to get a prescription refill, but I haven't been to the doctor in 2 years. They wanted me to come in. I ignored their call following up for me to come in. Okay? I ignored it for a week. I got a call today. My prescription was ready. Fucking got him. There we go, boys. Sometimes you just gotta wait.
Oh, if I would scam motherfuckers, I would scam motherfuckers do this. I would do this. I didn't give a fuck. Like, this would be me. Asmongold would 100% sell pieces of his hair if he was a girl on OnlyFans with lots of hair. 100%, like, no.
People actually
do that, but I would have Chat GPT answer my messages. Like, I would think, I would enjoy the idea of paying a man to answer my messages because it would just... Because these dudes think they're talking to me. And I would make sure it's some fucking, like, big, hairy man, too. Not like some femboy. McConnell
answering those questions. Like, I mean, I feel like girls have it way easier on OnlyFans on that aspect of things. Like, I feel like it's just a woman-dominated site. Maybe guys on there just maybe 5% or less. Maybe like closer to 30% of guys on that site. But I feel like, yeah, they could just hire somebody. It's not even a dude, and just like almost like an infinite money glitch, you know? You just hire people. You don't gotta put energy into that. All you do is post a photo every now and then, pay someone to respond to the messages, and you're good.
Fucking scene shit. Nah, bro, like I'm talking to like a big hairy man.
All right, I think I'm gonna end the video there. But yeah. This video was interesting. There's a lot of things that was talked about. I didn't agree with everything that she said. I didn't agree with everything Asmongold said on some things, but that was a pretty interesting video. Just kind of like talking about both points of what girls and guys might like think on. Yeah, I feel like these kind of videos are just interesting to kind of like get Asmongold's view, get her view, and then I kind of put mine in there and kind of like say what I agree and disagree with. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end it there. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.